and the world. This was more than a goal set in miles. This was an incredible display of determination to end breast cancer. These walkers pushed their muscles to the limit. They displayed immense power, the power of making a difference. You might have expected to hear complaints, but instead, we heard shouts of triumph. And when this day comes to an end, their footsteps will echo the promise of 4 posted words. Everyone deserves a lifetime. Please, one more time, a well-earned applause for our walkers. Go ahead, walkers, you too, come on. Oh, come on in, walkers, squeeze on in. Walkers, you have worked so hard this weekend. You navigated the streets and neighborhoods of this city. You will never see it the same way again because you have conquered it. And all along the way, you were singing, laughing, shouting, and helping each other through. And now, it's time for a well-earned break. Yeah. You earned a long soak in a very hot tub without waiting in line. Who here thinks they earned a massage? Maybe a pedicure? How about waking up in your own bed? While we're at it, let's add breakfast in bed. Or a day off. Because you deserve it. You deserve a never-ending thank you from everyone whose life you have touched and changed from your selfless journey. And while we're at it, let's give a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Bank of America, to our National Series sponsor, New Balance, and the Val Skinner Foundation, our national program sponsor of Young Women Walking. They all help make this 3-day possible. We extend our gratitude to our local health service partners, UC San Diego Moore's Cancer Center, and Scripps Health, our local media partner, CBS Channel 8, and the following local jurisdictions for their support: Del Mar, San Diego. And finally, we would like to extend special thanks to Del Mar Fairgrounds for our opening ceremony site, Crown Point Shores for our beautiful campsite, and to the neighborhoods of Ocean, Mission, and Pacific Beaches, La Jolla, Bird Rock, Hillcrest, Mission Hills, and Balboa Park. Get ready for it. The San Diego Police Department, and specifically Matt Novak, Debbie Ganley, and Tina Duquette. And last but not least, a huge thank you to Petco Park for hosting our closing ceremony, and to the great city University of San Diego. Now, walkers, you know you are not alone in your efforts. There's a group of people who have been working all hours, braving the elements, and preparing for months for this 3-day. And for the last 3 days, they kept going to keep you going. Your dedicated crew has been there every step of the way. Even here now at the closing ceremony, they came early to work and help us make this celebration extra special just for you. So let's hear it for all 425 of our incredible Susan G. Komen San Diego 3-Day All Volunteer Crew. Did you guys enjoy hearing from our youth corps last night? And I know we appreciated medical these past 3 days. Camp services really helped us out, didn't they? I know route hydration came in handy for me. Route safety kept us safe. Oh my God. And the crews, pick 1, pick 2. Oh my goodness, what about that pick 3? We can't forget about pick 4. Let's not forget those little bitty picks. Grab A and grab B. Woo! Our crew has been beside us all weekend long. This wasn't their 3-day. It was their 4-day. They came on Thursday and have been working non-stop. That's why they're walking in kind of slow now. Come on in, crew. Keep coming. Keep coming. Give it up for your crew. Give it up for them. They've been out there getting camp set up, marking the route, taking care of your aches, and taking out the trash. They kept you well fed and hydrated. They've been your watchful eyes and your helpful hands, and at times, the spring in your step. They made you laugh, and they cheered you on and on and on. So let's return the favor now with a big cheer. Thank you, crew! Now is the time to welcome home heroes, whose journey started not with the first step, but rather a diagnosis. Whose challenge was not, how will I walk 60 miles in 3 days? But how will I face what breast cancer brings? They refused to be defined by a disease, and their victory is so much greater than a finish line. Having fought the battle of breast cancer, they had every right to move on, move past, and never look back. Yet they chose to walk alongside us through this 3-day journey, to cut a path of inspiration through our own doubts and fears. And for that, we will be forever in awe, forever in debt, and forever grateful for their life, their love, and their example. Please join together and welcome home our Susan G. Komen San Diego 3-Day Breast Cancer Survivors. cancer, that it is weak to your resolve, and that its days are numbered, not yours. Thank you, survivors. Thank you, crew. And thank you, walkers. And now, I am very pleased to introduce to you our good friend, Norm Bowling from Susan G. Komen for the Cure. We did it, San Diego! It was incredible walking all 60 miles with you this weekend. For each of you, today marks the culmination of a great personal achievement. Each of you has demonstrated your passion and your commitment to ending breast cancer by taking on the extraordinary challenge of the 3-day. And in doing so, all of you are now connected by a lifelong bond that comes with being one of our 3-day family. But the impact of your efforts this weekend is not measured only in the miles walked and the days worked. It's also measured in the money you raised. And you raised a lot of it. First, let's thank the 20 members of our youth corps, ages 10 through 16. There they are. They raised over $16,000 this weekend. Way to go, youth corps. And our amazing crew of 425 women and men, they raised over $52,000 this weekend. And of course, our beloved walkers, family and friends, please join me in congratulating them in raising more than $6,100,000 in the fight against breast cancer. Amazing! As a result of funds raised by programs like the Susan G. Komen 3-Day, Komen has become the largest breast cancer charity in the world. From the bench side of research, to the bedside of treatment, to the curbside of delivering care, funding from Susan G. Komen has impacted every major advance in the fight against breast cancer, transforming how the world talks about and treats this disease, and helping turn millions of breast cancer patients into more than 3 million breast cancer survivors. As we all celebrate your accomplishments this afternoon, you have our heartfelt thanks at Susan G. Komen for the difference each of you has made. We can't do this without you. And while next year brings some changes for the 3-day program, there's some things that will never change, like the courage, the commitment, and the caring that are the hallmarks of our beloved 3-day family. And these things must endure, because as long as breast cancer continues to attack the people we love, we need each and every one of you to stay in this fight. So I urge you, join us again next year and support your local San Diego affiliate by participating in their Race for the Cure next November. Yeah, San Diego! Together, I know that we can end this disease, because together the 3-day community is unstoppable. Thank you all so very much, and I'll see you again next year. Thank you! Walkers, survivors, and crew. Each and every one of you has been a hero over these last 3 days. with courage and conviction, you have honored this cause beautifully, with your joys and with your sorrows. You have touched the lives of each other and the lives of countless more to come. The spirit of compassion and hope you feel, along with your aching knees and throbbing feet, make you a champion of this cause. Because of your voice, you now speak for the voiceless. Because of your strength, you now stand for the weakened. You lift the spirits of those beside you and the many more who long for encouragement. You are nothing short of amazing. Back to that moment that changed you forever. To that moment when you decided 60 miles, 3 days, I can do that. And how it felt when you committed to a greater good. Think back to that person you pictured in your mind, in your heart, when that decision came. Who was it that inspired you to give so much of yourself? Who gave you the strength you never knew existed to accept this challenge? Who kept you moving forward so that we can bring an end to this disease? That person and that special moment when you said yes to this quest has carried you over the months, over the miles. Today, some of those sources of inspiration join us here on stage. They represent all of our heroes and are the motivation for you to become heroes to us all. Just 3 days ago, we stood at the opening ceremony looking ahead to the 60 miles that lay between us and this moment. And though there were times when the strain of each step challenged your resolve to continue, you did not waver from your goal. With each mile, you evoked the memory of those we've loved and cherished and lost to breast cancer. The spirit of those loved ones are here today in the presence of our survivors. Hand in hand, our survivors embody our hope for the future. They exemplify unbelievable courage, incredible patience, and unyielding optimism. In the survivor circle, and in the spirit of all of our survivors, we see that life really is a great adventure to be savored and explored, and in the end, to be lived. Our survivors stand with us as we mark the end of this 3-day journey. Together, we show the world the time has come for breast cancer to be brought to its knees. We now raise the final flag of the Susan G. Komen San Diego 3-Day. Like mountain climbers who plant their flags to symbolize their attainment of the summit, this flag is proof that we are here, living, breathing, shouting with every step. We will never give up. never give